Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in the world. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of My Mortgage Hound. I'm very excited about the one we have going today. We're going to be covering a lot, mostly new construction. So I'm at my beach recording studio at Wilbur's Bar, and the sun is out. We haven't seen the sun in quite some time. In fact, it's out so bright that we got a lot of sun coming in, so my lighting's a little off, so I apologize about that. How's everyone doing? Everyone got their coffee, getting their weekend going? Everyone enjoy the extra day in February? If someone's in the was watching in the chat, if you could just confirm my audio sounds good. I don't have someone, my wife's normally watching this, giving me a thumbs up that the audio is good, but she's out of town today. All right, so let's take care of some housekeeping items. Like every episode, all the interest rates that we're going to be using on this live stream come from this website. This is mortgagenewsdaily.com. This is my go-to. Oh, she is on. Thanks, Carissa. Look at that. Even when she's out of town, she's supporting me. So this is my go-to website for all things interest rates. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit so you guys can see me. So all things interest rates, this is the most unbiased national average of interest rates that I can find. And when I say unbiased, there's no points built in. It's really showing you a accurate average, national average of interest rates. And you know, we're fairly flat, maybe improved slightly off of last week. 30-year fixed at 7.08, jumbo loans at 7.38, and FHA we're hanging on at 6.57. Same on VA. So we're up about a half a point from where we were 2 months ago. Fannie Mae's adjusted their forecast. Is not quite as optimistic going through the end of the year. So I think that, you know, we're starting to level out. We're starting to get some stability. We're getting into the buying season. We're in March. So if you're wanting to sell a house or buy a house in May, June, that starts today. It really starts in March. So, construction loans. Let's dive right into it. Oh no, wait, let's go over some statistics. So, Gavin Huckins over at Berkshire Hathaway, he actually popped in last week if you guys were watching. He was down here, he popped in to say hi. Let's go over the statistics that he sends every week. Start off with these. This is our lockbox activity. So, anytime a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a house, that data gets collected and is reported here. So we can see lockbox activity for the state of Oregon, fairly flat, up just 1%, and Washington down 7.3%. I would say that's pretty flat. You can see that we're up quite a bit from the holiday season, from November, December, even into January. And this really indicates that early buying season that we've been talking about. And it's only going to get more competitive. We are still seeing buyers being able to negotiate a little bit on the purchase price, be able to ask for closing costs, be able to cover 2-1 buy downs. If you don't know what the 2-1 buy down is, we've covered that frequently on this stream, so go back and watch those. So there's our lockbox activity. All right, guys, I think for the first time since July, Tina Vlahos with American Family Insurance is going to be joining us. So hopefully she's in the chat. All right. Here's a weekly snapshot for Clark County. New listings, 185 new listings, up 6%. That's a really good sign. Pending sales, so homes that have gone into contract but haven't yet closed escrow, up 16%. There's that early buy-in season. Okay, pending sales up 16% the last week of February. Listings sold down 14% week over week, 120. So we're going to see these numbers plus for a while as we go into spring here. Hopefully that new listings number stays positive. That's going to be our big indicator of how competitive things are going to get this summer. So thank you, Gavin, as always, for sending that over. All right, a little bit of background on construction loans. I'm a big believer that it's hard to be an expert in all things. So I've always referred out construction loans. Never been a big fan of construction loans unless you were putting a lot down or you owned a lot outright. They always seemed overwhelming to me. Our company has been working on construction loans, and mortgage companies are always working on construction loans, but they never seem to come to fruition. Well, CrossCountry Mortgage, again, we're a top 15 national lender, has put a lot of development into our construction loans. And for the first time in my career, I can confidently say that not only is it easy to get a construction loan now, but we're talking normal programs, FHA, conventional, VA mortgages, zero down, construction loans. It's something that I've never been able to do and haven't really seen anybody do successfully. The two main types of construction loans is a one-time close and a two-time close, or a loan that you would have to refinance out of the construction loan. So it's a temporary loan to get the build done, and then you refinance out of that into permanent financing, whereas a one-time close is both. It's one loan that covers the cost of construction and then automatically converts to a permanent financing loan. And that's what we're going to cover today, is one-time closes. All right, so what's the first thing we need for a construction loan? Somebody throw it in chat. The first thing we need in a construction loan is a lot. So I just did a quick search this morning for a lot in Ridgefield, and I found this guy. 250,000, 9,000 square foot lot. In Ridgefield. The description says gorgeous setting, hard to find lots, any lots in Ridgefield. That would be correct because most of the builders own all the lots. This one backs to a green belt, has a creek, G Creek that goes through it. Build your dream home, and that's what we're going to do today. So $250,000 lot. The first thing we need to do when looking at a construction loan is determine what our purchase price is going to be. Nathan Gans was first to draw land. You need land. You need proposed property details. Good to see you this morning. So to determine what our purchase price is going to be, we have a special calculator. I'm going to go a little deep here, okay? A little bit of behind the scenes of how construction loans work. So we need two numbers. We need the cost of the lot. So we saw that on the previous page at $250,000. And we need an estimated cost to build. So let's pause here for a second. So in order to get an estimated cost to build, we're going to need a builder. For construction loans, the builder needs to be approved by the lender. And I went through this in depth with our company last week, and our approval process is very simple. We handle all the paperwork with the builder. In fact, Ray, who's featured some open houses on this stream, a loan officer that works for us in the Gorge, he's gotten several builders approved. So it's a really quick and easy process to get a builder approved. Once we get the builder approved, then we get an estimated cost to build. So today we're going to use $400,000. And I think that we're going to be covering construction loans all year on this live stream. So maybe we can get a couple builders to come on it and break down how that number is determined, how they come up with the estimated cost to build. And you can see here we have notes. This is the estimated cost to build from builder, including all lot prep, well, septic, lot clearing, construction driveway, builder soft costs, etc. And then, like I said, we have our estimated value of the lot, $250,000. This could be a lot that we are buying at the same time we're doing the construction loan, or this could be a lot that I bought a few years ago, paid cash for, financed it. Either way, in this example we're going to be using today, we're going to keep it simple and we're going to buy the lot at the same time we do the construction loan. Estimated contingency fund. We're going to collect 2% to hold in contingency for any fluctuations in that cost to build. If we don't use all that $8,000, whatever is remaining is going to be applied to the principal at the time the loan converts from a construction loan to permanent financing. Construction term, okay? So we can do as little as 6 months, as long as 12 months. We're gonna err on the side of long today. Everything we're gonna be looking at, including interest rates, is all based off a 12-month construction term. We're allowed one extension during that construction term. The max we can go is 18 months. Estimated construction management fee. So this is the fee our company will charge to manage the construction loan, disperse all the draws to the builder, and it's a percentage base. In this example, it's going to be $12,000. Now that construction fee can be paid out of pocket, or it can be financed into our loan amount. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add that management fee to our loan amount. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit here. So during the construction period, there's gonna be payments, but we're not gonna have to make them. Payments are going to be interest only based off a rate of 9.9% during the construction period. Once the construction's complete, that's when it converts to a 30-year fixed at market rate, so which we're going to go over here in a minute. Now you can opt to pay those payments during the construction period, or you can include them in your purchase, in your loan amount, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to include all of our payments for 12 months during the construction period in our loan amount at 9.9%. 12 payments would total $41,209. So if we add all those numbers together, our total purchase price is going to be $711,244. Anybody have any questions on how we come up with that number? $711,244. So that includes our cost to build at $400,000 with the $8,000 contingency fund, cost to buy the lot $250,000, and then all of our payments and everything else, management fees, are all included in that number. And that's pretty much all we need to determine what our permanent financing is going to look like. So I put together 3 options for us to review today: conforming, FHA, and VA. So here's our purchase price, $711,244, which I pulled straight off of that calculator we used. In this conforming option, I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to get into a construction loan where you don't need to be coming in with 30%. So I had structured all these to be low down payment options. So this conforming option only requires 5% down. 7.99. Now these are not interest rates I'm pulling off of Mortgage News Daily. These are the rates we are advertising or we're using with our company for this construction loan. So 7.99. FHA, 3.5% down. So that would bring our loan amount to $699.47. Interest rate 7.68. And guys, this is what I'm really excited about. $711,244 VA, 0 down. Look at this interest rate, 7.188. Where if we go, we're only about 0.5% higher than a regular VA mortgage, if we look at Mortgage News Daily, for a 0 down construction loan. I'm gonna click on this more info link. This is gonna bring us to our payment breakdown. On the conforming, $711,244 purchase price, principal and interest, $49.53. Property taxes, $557. How am I coming up with that number? How can we possibly know what the property taxes are going to be if the house hasn't even been built yet? Well, this is my favorite website to go to for estimating property taxes. And in fact, this is what our underwriters will use. So when determining somebody's ability to repay, we want to make sure that they have that ability to repay. So we don't want to quote somebody $100 less on property taxes than what it might be because it hasn't been assessed yet. We want to estimate high. And so our underwriters will use this website for our estimated property taxes. You can see here I put in Richfield 98642, our home value at $711,244, property taxes estimated $6,686. So we take that divided by 12, and that's where I come up with the $557. Homeowners insurance. Tina, looks like you got through your IT issues. You missed the first part, but I'm glad you're here. Homeowners insurance. Maybe, Tina, you can throw in the chat if you've done a lot of homeowners insurance for new construction, if there's any differences. I'm just going off a normal homeowners insurance. I think on a house in this price range, you're gonna be somewhere between $50 and $100 a month. So we're gonna use $75 for today for homeowners insurance. Homeowners insurance is gonna fluctuate depending on what company you choose to use. The company we always recommend is American Family Insurance. Tina Vlahos, local agent here. Her and I have known each other and been doing business together for almost 20 years now, if you can believe that. And yes, we will go into my burglary. That's why I put a little pressure on Tina to come here today and to be on the stream, but we'll do that later. So $75 for homeowners insurance. It'll also fluctuate depending on what coverages you elect. So if we add these three numbers together, we get a total payment of $55.85. Now, the keen eye will recognize, well, hey, Cody, you said 5% down on this conforming. There's no mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance does nothing for you other than allows you to put less than 20% down. Well, the sun was fun while it lasted. Now it's hailing. We actually got some snow yesterday. If a homeowner has a mortgage with mortgage insurance on it and they foreclose, default on the payments, the mortgage insurance company reimburses the lender a percentage of the balance, removing a level of risk to lend to somebody with less collateral. There are several ways to handle mortgage insurance. In this example, we're going to be buying that mortgage insurance premium out, which I'll show you on the next screen, which is how we get around having the monthly mortgage insurance. And I noticed a mistake I made. Let me fix that really quick. So FHA, you can see our principal and interest is $49.78. Property taxes remain the same. Homeowners insurance is the same, but here's mortgage insurance. FHA has mortgage insurance for the life of the loan. There's actually two forms of mortgage insurance. This is the first, monthly at $284 a month, bringing our total payment to $58.94. VA, zero down, principal and interest, $48.22. Taxes, insurance the same. No mortgage insurance on VA, bringing our total payment to $54.54. Closing costs. Down payment on 5% down will be $35,562. FHA requires 3.5% down, $24,893. VA, zero down. Closing costs, $36.91. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly because we do this every episode. In fact, if we have time, I have another property that Gavin's holding open today in Richfield. We'll go through that one and go through these numbers a little deeper. Okay, so points. I did build out 1 point in this example for this construction loan. Points or discount points are used to buy down the interest rate. Points are optional, you don't have to pay points. There's some math that I like to do to make sure it makes sense that we're paying the points. Just because you have the lowest interest rate at your spring barbecue, it doesn't mean you made the best financial decision. We got to make sure that we're going to be able to recoup that cost of the points, which I have some math, which maybe we'll do on a future episode. But I built that 1% just so everyone can see what a 1 point would be. This is how we're buying out the mortgage insurance on the 5% down conforming. We're going to pay $9,200 out of pocket to buy out that mortgage insurance policy. That's going to save us about $250 a month. So in 2 years, we'll be even on that, buying out that mortgage insurance policy. Prepaid taxes, insurance, and interest, $6,000. This starts our escrow account to pay our property taxes and homeowners insurance every year. FHA also charges an upfront funding fee or mortgage insurance. The difference is this is finance. It's being added to our loan amount, so it's not being paid out of pocket. And for our VA, we're gonna say this is a disabled veteran, and they do not have any upfront mortgage insurance. So if we add all those numbers together and our 5% down, total out-of-pocket expense $61,000. FHA $41,000. VA $16,803. Keep in mind that we have a point built in here, and that is optional. We could ask the builder to kick us some money to pay our closing costs and our prepaid items. So if a veteran wanted to build a house and literally bring in $0 out of pocket, that is possible. I feel like I went through that super fast, guys, but it is pretty much that simple. What do you guys think? We have a lot of people on the stream right now that are in the industry, insurance agents, home inspectors, financial advisors, CPAs. When I say construction loan, Do you guys have the same first impression that I've always had? Is not for me, that's for somebody that's coming in with a big down payment, lots of money. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited that going into a crazy market, a market that we haven't seen before, where the inventory crisis is real, could get worse. Having the ability to go out and find a builder, find a lot, and build our own house is going to become a reality for a lot of people who would normally need to go find a subdivision like a Lennar that's regular financing where the builder's covering all the costs of construction, and then there's issues with that, right? So this gives you the freedom to not have to be going out and making 18 offers on a Lennar home to try to get one accepted if inventory gets tight. It really gives you the freedom to go out and build the house you want. All right. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Gavin's open house. But before we do, since we have Tina, the American family, with us today, we'll tell a little story about I've had to use my homeowner's insurance a couple times over the last 20 years since I've owned homes. But this time I had to use it for a burglary. We came to the beach 2 weeks ago, went to open the front door, or our back door, which we use as our front door. Went to open the door and saw that our lock had been pried off and the door was shut, but it wasn't locked. You could open up. So, you know, you're never prepared for how to deal with that. It's kind of like getting in a car accident. You know, you're not prepared to handle everything the correct way. So as soon as I realized the door could open, I immediately shut it. I shut the door, told my family to get back in the car. I went and sat in the car. This was about 8 o'clock at night, and called 911. I didn't go in the house, to be honest, because I was scared. I didn't know if somebody was still in there. I didn't want to go in the house, but it turns out that was a really good move. I didn't go in the house. I called 911. They sent an officer out right away, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then he went through the house. We had been away for a few weeks, so this had happened not that night. It had been a while. A few days had passed since that happened. But after he cleared the house, I went in with him, and immediately I realized that it was a really good move not to go in, because they're going to go in and do an investigation, collect fingerprints, look for footprints, look for evidence. And if I would have went storming through there, I could have walked over footprints, I could have disturbed things. My number one concern was the house trash, and luckily it wasn't. It wasn't vandalized. They had just stolen a bunch of stuff. And I think they may have caught the guy. There was more break-ins that weekend, and they ended up catching one burglar who broke into Jack's hardware store in Kalama a couple days ago. So maybe it was the same guy. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. And I turned to my wife. I said, "Don't worry. We have homeowners insurance. This is what homeowners insurance is for." And shame on me, because I don't do a review of my insurance every year, and you guys should. I'll put Tina's contact information in the description of this video if you want to have somebody else review your insurance and where you're at. I said, don't worry, to my wife, because our deductible is only $500. So we went and stayed in a hotel that night, came back the next day, fixed the door, sat down, filed our insurance claim. And I was correct. Our insurance premium, or our insurance deductible on our homeowners insurance was $500 for our primary. But it wasn't for our second home. It was $2,000. Guess what my total loss was? About $2,000. You know, they tried breaking in a window here. They didn't get in. They cracked it. So we might get a little bit more than our deductible. But Tina, if you're still on, I have a question. Because immediately when I found out after we had filed the claim that our deductible is $2,000, I thought to myself, well, I shouldn't file a claim because I don't want that ding against my homeowner's insurance if I'm only going to get a couple $100. So I guess the question I have, is it too late? Because I already filed the claim. You can't unfile a claim, correct? And I guess the biggest advice with that question is know your homeowner's insurance policies. Do an annual review with your insurance agent. Look, I network with insurance agents all the time, and they all say, oh, call me to review your insurance. But you really should be calling them to review your insurance. Maybe we can get Tina on one of the future episodes to actually come on where we can see her face and hear her talk, but okay, so my claim will stay, according to Tina, will stay on my record for 5 years and now goes against your claim history regardless of the outcome. Dang it. But it's hard to know exactly the right thing to do at the time of something like that, especially a burglary where you feel violated, where there's muddy footprints next to your bed. All you want to do is get it fixed ASAP and get on the phone with the insurance company. So I handled some things well, like not going in the house, but I did not handle my insurance claim very well. So, okay. I don't know if that resonates with anybody or if anybody finds that helpful. The good news is we're fixed. Tina, security systems. Does that impact my premium? We did not have a security system on our second home, but I can tell you we do now. We have a killer security system. Did not cost a lot of money. I'm not paying any monthly fees. Maybe we'll do a special episode one of these weeks where we go into home security systems. And Tina says there is a discount with most carriers, so when I finish my claim, I'm definitely going to add that security system. But I can tell you if it happens again, every neighbor in Long Beach will hear our security system. Okay. So a lot of what we just covered is exciting to me, but may not be exciting to everybody. So we're going to go and look at a house. This is the best part, right? So Gavin Huckins over at Berkshire Hathaway is holding this home open today. Gavin, if you're still on, throw the hours you're going to be at the open house, if you're going to be there today and tomorrow or just today. (32216) Northwest 43rd Court in Richfield. Very desirable location. And for those of you who haven't seen the stream before, I am looking at these homes for the first time with you guys for the most part. Of course, I pull it up to prepare, but I don't really dive into the pictures. I want to look at them for the first time with you guys live. 1.3 million, 3-bed, 3-bath, 3,500 square feet. This looks like a one level. Built in 1995, 5.5 acre lot. And to be honest, 1.3 million for 5 acres in Richfield, that seems really reasonable to me. Gavin's description: lovely home nestled in private oasis, one level, hickory floors, skylights, updated kitchen, modern appliances. Heated floors in the master bath. Solar heated swimming pool. Now Gavin says palm trees. I don't know if that's a typo. We're going to look at the pictures. There's not a lot of palm trees in Richfield. There's a very large shop. I did sneak a peek at that. It has electric industrial hoist, ventilated welding area. There's a sauna on the property, and a 420 square foot apartment. Okay. All right, so my mistake. Gavin's not holding this open today. He's available by appointment only. I'll tell you what, Gavin. If this home isn't sold in the next week or two, we'll do an open house. I'll do it with you. And we'll stream live from the open house. Okay, let's look at some pictures. There's our drone shot. You can see the solar panels for the heated pool. Lot of asphalt, which is nice. Mature trees. Oh, there are palm trees. So you can see a really nice, flat, usable lot. On a dead-end cul-de-sac. Okay, so here's our driveway into that enormous shop. Oh, this house has a security system. I can see the sign in the yard. All right, so this looks like a living room. Well, there's those hickory floors. Looks like 8-foot ceilings, which is what you'd expect for a mid-90s build. Do I have the address wrong, Gavin? Office area. Okay, so here's our chef's kitchen. A really big island, lots of outlets. Like the detail in the ceiling. Plug and play, ready to go. Oh, you just wanted to put the address in the chat. Smart move. Like the tile backsplash. Cabinets to the ceiling. So look guys, if I'm looking at a home over $1 million in Clark County, I'm looking for things, and I'm not a real estate agent, I'm just an enthusiast, okay? But I'm looking for things like cabinets, floor to ceiling. Backsplash to the top of the cabinets. Induction cooktop. Details has a keen eye, thinks there's a built-in stereo system throughout the house. Maybe Gavin can confirm. So great room design. Again, look at the built-ins. I'm sure we'll get a better shot, but built-ins around the fireplace to the ceiling. Breakfast nook. Man. You know what I like here? I like that they do built-ins into the corner, but the fireplace is not in the corner. I'm not a big fan of corner fireplaces. I don't know about you guys, especially now that we all have flat screens. But I love there is a corner built-in cabinet, but the fireplace is actually centered under the TV. You can definitely tell this is a custom build. with built-ins in the bed. This looks like a guest bedroom with a little office area. Perfect for a family with students, kids in school. Utility room with a utility sink, matching cabinets. This looks like our master. Yeah, and that stereo system does go throughout. Right away I can see a big walk-in closet. Oh, cool. So there's a skylight in here. We're in the master bathroom. This definitely looks updated, right? Dual vanity. And Gavin points out that not only is there a sunroof, but the sunroof opens. Gavin, is the flooring in the Masters, are those stone wood-looking tiles where it looks like hardwoods, but it's really stone? Really like that flooring. All right, so here looks like our dining room. Lots of skylights, natural light, multiple sliders out to the back patio. Looks like 3 sliders, very cool. And there's a heated floor in the sunroom. Man, this is very cool. You can sit in there, drink your coffee, watch your kids swim in the pool. Very private. Fire pit. Also, Gavin says there's a new $5,000 pool cover that retracts. Very cool. All right, so now we're in that shop. You can see the lift there, the hoist. Huge shop. Looks like there's skylights in the shop too. Very cool. Wood stove, Tina, insurance. Any issues with a wood stove in a shop? I like how the shop has a lot of back rooms. Looks like 4 back rooms in the shop. So Gavin, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is our welding vent area. Is that the exhaust motor for welding? I'm not a welder. Welding room with ventilation. There's our lean-to. I think it'd be pretty easy to convert that lean-to into a little barn if you wanted to put a couple horse stalls in there. Greenhouse. There's our septic. All right, so this is that apartment. Got a full kitchen. Bedroom. Awesome. Gavin, great listing. Okay, Tina says, yes, wood stove can be an issue in outbuildings. Happy to chat with anybody that needs more info. So there you go, something to consider. All right, you guys want to look at some numbers? You know, and this is really what's started this live stream, is you watch shows on HGTV, House Hunters, those shows, and you get to see all these great properties, which is what I like to do here locally. But then you always wonder, okay, $1.3 million house, what does the payment on that look like? So let's take a look. Kept it really simple. We're just going to do a 20% down jumbo. Jumbo loan is a loan that exceeds the maximum loan amount of a conforming Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan. 766,250 is that loan limit that changes every year. So at 1.3, we're going to put 20% down, making our loan amount $1,071,200. Interest rate 7.38. I pulled that straight off of our Mortgage News Daily website for a national average, 7.38. If we look at our payment breakdown, principal and interest with 20% down, $7,402. Property taxes, $926 a month. Homeowners insurance, $100. You know, it's funny, Tina, we talked about the wood stove in the garage maybe being an issue, but what about the swimming pool? Do you think I'm way low on my homeowners insurance here, considering there's a swimming pool? You know, being in Washington, Oregon, not a lot of homes that I finance have swimming pools. So, Tina, tell me what you think about that $100, if you want. No mortgage insurance because we're putting down 20%. If we add all those numbers together, we get a total payment of $84.28. Tina says, not really an issue on the pool. You know, so someone looking at a house like this in this price range, that question I like to ask is, how does that payment sit with you? Really is important. $84.28. How does that payment sit with you? I'm going to get one of three answers. Oh, that's well within my budget. That's kind of what I was planning for. I was actually shooting for $9,000. That might be one answer. Holy cow, I don't know if I can ever afford $8,400. That might be an answer. For my CPAs, accountants, and engineers, the answer I normally get is, Cody, that's the exact same number I came up with. But it's important to understand how that number makes you feel, not only for yourself, for your budget, but also for your real estate agent and your lender. So we can kind of know, all right, do we need to look at different programs, more down payment, less down payment? Should we buy down the interest rate? Should we look at a 2-1 buy down? Are we in the wrong price point? Can we move up our price point? Do we need to move down our price point? These are all good things to talk about. And like I said in the very beginning of the stream, the buying season starts now. If we're looking to buy a new home in May or June, that really starts today. So perfect time to understand how you feel about having a large payment, especially with the increase in interest rates. And I can tell you, you know, nobody has a crystal ball, but a house like this come July, August, I think you're going to see offers over asking. All right, let's get caught up on the chat before we say goodbye today. So that wasn't a exhaust, that was a diesel generator on that house. Details, always looking for the rent. Details says you can probably rent out the detached apartment for $2,000 to $2,500. Don't mean to laugh. I can tell you, if I was buying that house, my mom would be, family would be in that apartment, and I'd probably add a pain in the neck tax to her rent. Just joking. All right, guys. If you haven't yet subscribed, we're trying to build this channel. You know, we're just doing this for fun, but I would like to build our subscribers and try to get some new people watching. So that helps if you hit subscribe, hit the bell. If you haven't yet, give me a like. How many likes are we at? Let's see if I can see. Everyone hit the heart. Give me a like. Pain in the neck tax. Yep. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. We're going to go back to doing open houses next week. If there's anything you want to see on the stream, hit me up. Let me know. Leave a comment. All my contact information's in the detail the description. Excuse me. Carissa, have fun wine tasting with the girls today. Gavin, good luck with that listing. Tina, thanks for joining us. Everybody, have a great weekend. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye.